the Hendersons. So glad y'all can come in and kick it with your boy. We gonna get it in just a second. Let me set this up on my phone real quick, and we gonna get it in. So be patient with your boy. So we finna get it in real quick. Let me go and set this up. So we finna get it in real shortly. Alright, let's get it in. We got the we got the Dallas Cowboys going against the New England Patriots. We finna get it in. Yeah, I'll be caught up on football. Then tomorrow is WNBA. Sunday is Sunday Night Heat. Monday is Monday Night NXT.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, Dallas, we gonna play smart, not crazy.
We'll see Zach Jones and the New England Patriots taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Dallas Cowboys and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 in their last 7, but losers last time out. Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're halfway home, looking good, and a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
You kicked the shit out that motherfucker, didn't you?
So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
You saw something last week you don't see very often. The team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, offensive player of the week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory.
All right, y'all. We on defense, so let's get it in.
But still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 17 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
That's 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think. Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Good tackle.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
All right, y'all, we got to push it back. They're getting too comfortable.
Pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Quite the opening drive march.
Yes, man.
Right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know,
Because I was so calling to see if did she finish her line.
It's a script. You go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Oh, okay.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Okay. I'll be downstairs, ain't you? Bye-bye.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All right, come on, y'all.
A run with Harris out of the
Yes, ma'am.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5.
No, they was closed. I'm going to have to call her Monday.
Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to him.
Yeah, I left a message for her to call me back.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you.
All right, ain't you?
Right, he's found the end zone plenty of times.
All right.
No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Damn it.
Kendrick Bourne, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss.
That was a good touchdown pass.
Last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had.
Exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6.
Oh, we got a flag on the play.
Inside the 30 to 27.
Oh, that's on defense.
That didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
And the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 18 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And when you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
We need 3 yards.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Good job, baby boy.
30-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And we are tied at 7. So that lines up a 7-play drive.
I'll be right back, y'all. I got to run downstairs and wait for my daughter. So I'll be right back. I'll be back, okay? Don't let nobody in. Speak.
Hey, Mom.
Put your stuff up. I'll be right back with y'all, okay? I gotta take off my shoes, have to go downstairs and get my daughter.
What week you on?
Huh?
What week you on?
Dang, 9. That's week 9. You got your pajamas, clean clothes?
Mm-hmm.
Everything?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See you later.
Oh, did you talk to your daughters?
Nope. And you looking for the pound, right?
I accidentally punched Faith in the face on accident. So.
For what?
I tried to do this, and my face went like this.
Girl. And you looking for the pound. Go talk to Monica. I got the phone, but go get reacquainted with Monica.
And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
He ain't coming out there.
Come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
All right, defense, y'all got to do a little bit better now. They weren't supposed to score their first touchdown.
And you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On first down, Jones looking left side of his
What you want, Shannon?
I'm not today. He's passing the back home.
Look at my basket over there.
What basket you get?
Look in there with the clean clothes. The clean clothes is in there. Is it? That phone is in there.
But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now see you later.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this
You
time.
need black pepper?
7
What?
yards there.
You need black pepper?
The long one in there. In the living room.
Oh, that's the photo. Hot. I've been hot all day.
You better go on and get on that, girl.
They're all there.
You got him charged.
Jones. He gets it complete to Harris. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Good job, defense.
They're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
All right, defense, let's push him back some up.
To throw again on second down. Jones over the middle, complete.
Good stop.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Jones now off the play fake, rolling to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle.
Yeah, they'll see if they're going to punt.
Knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just
Watch out for a fake. It could be a fake.
Got the punter bailing on now as he sends this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year. But you think this game, Their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
They'll start the drive with Elliott.
Center spin.
Right at the line of scrimmage, just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And this one's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here.
We need this 10.
Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete.
All right.
Get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
The 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point. Then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy 1st. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. Garabay's kick is good.
Yes.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is what we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for number 1. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the second half of the season. will start up in the Pacific Northwest at Livin Field in Seattle. And it's the Eagles who are out in front. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head down to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. The 49ers trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Cooper Kupp, what a game. Over 200 yards receiving with 3 touchdown grabs. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taking it at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. Creeping up on 1,000. Could get there on this drive. So a challenge for him to do that, but also defensively maybe a challenge for them to not allow that.
And that means probably kicking even more coverages to his side. And what that really means is wherever he lines up, you will have a cornerback over in his area. Now instead of blitzing your linebacker, dropping him into coverage. Instead of the safety dropping into regular coverage, that safety moves into that area to try and discourage the quarterback from going to it. That means everyone else, win your routes. You've got an opportunity to catch passes now, too.
Yeah, a little bit of a cat and mouse game.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Inside give to Elliott. Strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Prescott looks to throw on first.
You thought we could play.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's to Elliott. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 53 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
To throw is Prescott. Forced out to his left.
God damn it!
Defenders had intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Pats are going to take it once again at their own 37-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position we wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion force there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defensive coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. first down carry for Harris. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Damn, they put
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out.
Whoa!
And that is no good. And
yes, we still got the lead.
They'll remain down by 3. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Second and 9 from the 44. Again to Elliott. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
What up, dude? Oh shit, that's what's up. I ain't doing nothing but trying to get these 2 games out the way. Yeah. Say what? I've been starting my football season. Dude, I told you, man. I told you I started my football season like what? March 15th. I'm in my second season. Football, dude. Yeah, cause you gotta finish that. You gotta finish that first your season. Cause I'm live right now, bro.
How they got there, how it happened, they got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Cause you talking about you want to jump on GTA, so I'm trying to go in and get this out the way.
Position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're inning isn't going to make it easy.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones, open man is born. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage.
Yeah, you got to finish your football season, bro. I done won the first Super Bowl and everything.
And they're not going to get to the line.
I won the first Super Bowl.
Switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Because right now I'm in my 9th week.
So
Going against New England Patriots.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And his throw here.
All right, man. Let me know when you're ready to jump on GTA, pal.
Was the intended receiver.
All right.
Now it's 2nd down. Off play action, Jones. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Good pickoff, baby.
And the
Good
Cowboys
pickoff.
take over at their own 13-yard line. Scoring has really been at a premium. And Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. And their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Come on, baby.
He's got his man.
Good catch.
Gallup. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's able to get up here
First
to the
down.
26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or you're just coming from all angles.
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now Elliott.
Coming through the hole. All right, 1st down.
Open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Damn!
The linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
Son of a bitch.
They're in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football.
Shit.
Especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. He
Yeah.
is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run supported. I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Gets this to Myers. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. First down now,
okay.
To throw is Jones. And incomplete on the
Yeah, better drop it.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On the delay, here's Harris.
Well, where is he going?
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Jones. Pass complete to Harris. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Oh, shit.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. They run for it with Harris.
God damn it.
Able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
Got your ass. Hell yeah. Good sack. Good motherfucking sack.
Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Good sack.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face.
Now you want to go for it, okay?
This game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Throwing here, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Running with Elliott. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Oh, damn.
So first and 10 now from the 30. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game.
Money.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive.
We would like to
defenses were
think the New
England.
Tell Money to come here.
At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
New England Patriots for hosting this game. Sorry we had to beat y'all 10-7. Come here, love.
And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
Sorry, we have to beat y'all 10-7. See y'all next time around.
9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire...
You want to start the chicken? Or you want me to? What's up, Jacqueline? Nothing much, sitting up here chilling. You want to start the chicken or you want me to? You want to start the chicken? You and Shiny? Or you want me to? We done had some Alfredo pasta for dinner. God damn it, put it in some hot water. Oh, okay, Jacqueline, that's what's up. Put it in some hot water, love. Okay, we got the Dallas Cowboys going against the New York Giants.
You hear me back?
What?
I said it's still froze.
Well, what you want to eat?
Shit, everybody put themselves, I guess. Noodles, cereal, breakfast food, or whatever.
We ain't buy no sausage for me. Unless you want to put it in some hot water. Unless you want to put it in some hot water.
Get out of here. You're scaring away all my customers. I got nowhere else to go.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Today we're going to run a double playbook.
Taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
I love this score during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks that led to the loss. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. The middle with Barkley. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were strong last week, CD, in that win over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Dancing to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on 3rd down. Tate, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Yeah, and on third down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play before it's fourth down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And I thought last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 13 carries, 81 yards.
After the last game, they had plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Tate. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
You get a bunny.
19 yards to pick up there. The chains.
You know I don't have no bunny.
Strength and broad.
Wow.
It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield.
Hi, Jackie.
As we often say, get it to him in space. Let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Off the play fake. Tate. Oh, that's into a down team, and it's intercepted.
Good pick.
And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. They brought the house that time on the
a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 that time.
What up, cuz?
The danger, running with him and picking up a first down.
We in the 9th week of the second season. No. We in the 10th week of the second season.
He tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got to finish up that seat. No.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy
I surely will.
So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact.
I said I surely will.
It's a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
What you doing right now?
We just saw there.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job.
Oh, we playing against the
defensively. And now it brings up
we in New York against the Giants in week 10.
2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it,
Oh,
into your
okay.
body and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Yeah, that's where we at.
On 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott.
Ooh, shit.
And
All
some
right,
nifty
cool.
running here as he'll take this
Hey man, is we jumping on GTA tonight? Or what's up?
Give him 15 there. The Cowboys.
All right, man. How many games you doing?
Nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football,
Yeah, because I'm on my second and last game for the
don't
night.
worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Shit. Oh, they got in your wake up.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Lamb. And he'll go down, but not
All right, bro.
getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Inside give to Elliott. He was brought down there by Julian Love.
All right.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 22, Prescott.
Ooh.
And this
motherfucker.
I couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll launch you. And now it brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. The give is to Elliott.
Ooh, shit.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. And Jonathan Garibay out for the PAT. Yes,
hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away.
Nowhere to go here.
Oh, cool. Fumble, baby. Yeah.
And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Oh, baby boy, that was all you. All right, fuck it.
Prescott to the sideline on 4th down. Jonathan Garibay is out there for the Dallas field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Garibay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And New York set to take the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun. Tate. He's got his man downfield. That's Galladay. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Tate. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
First down, Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll kick things off with an NFC East battle between 2 old foes, Philadelphia and Washington. And it's the Eagles who are out in front. Deontay Johnson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. Russell Gage, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Bryan Edwards, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys lead it by 10. We send it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, shit. You and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Shit.
By Jason Verrett. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Tate. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Off the bootleg. Tate. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Back to throw again. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. It's Barkley on the counter. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly are letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Boy.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
We're playing double play ball.
Again, it's Elliott. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Prescott on 3rd and 2.
Oh, nigga, you could
Complete. I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's always been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Fourth down, Prescott. his man, complete. It's Lamb. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Elliott. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. And incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne and try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't.
Dude, come on, man.
So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
He ain't coming out.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This will be their 3rd straight defeat. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Tate. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd down. Tate. That's to Galladay. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Kenny Galladay. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off by the touchdown from Kenny Galladay. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did.
Should have right there.
Here's the Dallas offense heading back out onto the field.
Yeah, I don't want this
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts. Very little reason to use them at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go to Elliott again. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again to Elliott. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A 20th carry here for Elliott.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll run with Elliott.
First down, baby. First down.
158 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the...
And he'll get in. Touchdown.
Yes.
Ezekiel Elliott
That's right.
with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Man, a tape in a minute.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And there will not be a return here.
Hi, Dad.
Which one?
Diddy phone.
Which one?
Yeah, put this on, Casey.
She got her turn.
Oh.
Some people like to do that.
Yeah, did it. Sitting up here playing football live. Playing football live.
She tells the treasure about that.
Oh, okay. You must have been dashing. You must have been door dashing.
Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Oh, okay.
I don't see it.
They'll wind up getting
You know.
on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle.
Oh, it's over there.
3rd and long.
Watch your step. I was talking to Shiny.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't
Why?
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lost
Oh, okay.
one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Let me finish up this and I'm going to call you right back, okay?
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one
I want to
touchdown,
thank
and that was all
the New York Giants for hosting this game.
Right now, right?
Sorry we beat y'all
No one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how
24-7.
when you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is
We see y'all next time go around.
performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Dallas, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets.
Oh, we got the Jets, okay.
They are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis.
Okay, this is where we at. See who got what. Oh, youngster, you gotta. Okay. deal. Okay, Papa Rusher. Let's see who we flexing on next Friday. We got the New York Jets next Friday. And I think we had, oh, don't tell me that over against Kansas City. Oh, yeah. So see y'all next time. This your boy signing off. Peace, love, and loyalty.